We are in La Coruña, Spain, which is really an interesting, cute little town. It's in Galicia. Really, all that needs to happen when you get off in La Coruña is you need to go to Casa, how do you say it? Cerrablo. I take a picture of it. And get this salami sandwich, just salami, and the greatest bread in the entire universe. It's beyond. There's a guy looking at me. You know why? He's jealous.
We're gonna go this way then.
I don't want to get back on the boat until I have 10 more of these.
Casa
Cerrablo.
Casa Cerraldo.
Amazing. Oh, heavenly. You know, it's funny. This is a big cruise port. A lot of cruise ships come here. But it's when you venture out into town, just be aware that, like, you kind of get the sense that they're not too happy about tourists being here. So it happens, you know. But it's a little weird just because the cruises definitely take over. So there you go. As touristy as it feels, it's really not. So I don't know, it's been a little weird. It's been a little cold, like I'm trying really hard to speak the language, and usually that gets you a little bit of help, but no. When they correct you on saying cava instead of cava, interesting. But the thing I love about this port is that the cruise ship is so close to where the town is. So I love that because it's like, you can literally just get off. There's no need for a tender or a bus or a shuttle or a taxi or anything like that, because that can be exhausting after a while. So it's nice to just get off the boat and just be here. La Coruña. So the coolest thing about this port was that we are steps from the town. You can get right into the town immediately. No shuttle, no taxis, no buses, no nothing. You're good to go, get into the town. It's absolutely adorable. It's very sort of old school, medieval, got lots of narrow streets and cool little shops and stuff. Unfortunately, we're here on a Tuesday, so again, do your research. Every single thing was closed. We were there on a Tuesday before noon. I think everything was opening up at noon, but I think a lot of stuff is closed on Tuesday too for no apparent reason. So, or for their reason. Anyway, we found some really cute little sort of pinchos bars, and you know, it was adorable and it was great because we got to stay close to the ship and just went off for like 2 or 3 hours. So that was really fun. Beautiful little city, absolutely adorable. Highly recommend getting off the ship. There's no reason not to because it's so easy. I will say this. Galicia, which is northern Spain, which, you know, we've been in Bilbao now, we've been in La Coruña. Tomorrow is Vigo, also northern Spain. It's kind of interesting because we've had a handful of experiences, both Christian and I, so it's not just me, it's not just him. We've been in 5, 6, 7 different sort of pincho bars and stores and things like that. I don't really think they like Americans. Now, it could just be the cruise port. It could just be the places that we went to. I'm not really sure, but really getting a sense, almost in a sort of like French way, that they're just not that big a fan of Americans. It's really weird. I mean, like, I don't know what it is. And this is definitely not across the board because this is just my opinion of what I experienced, but it's now been in 2 different cities and we both experienced separately like that sort of tone or attitude. It's really weird where I speak Spanish, terrible Spanish, but like I'm trying. So I think like when you try, like at least, you know, help me out. Like if I didn't say cava and I said cava, like I don't think I need the face of like, you know, like that's kind of what you're getting and it's weird. So that's happened a handful of times. So I don't know. It's kind of interesting. I'm just not making a blanket statement at all about northern Spain or Galicia, but like that is definitely my experience in Bilbao and certain places, and definitely in La Coruña, which is really interesting because it's a very small town and I'm being very affected by the cruise and people coming to the cruise. So I have no idea. I really don't know why. But yeah, maybe it's American, maybe it's our fault. Probably so. Who knows? Anyway, that's my experience. So just FYI, so give it a try with the Spanish. I think that's always a good plan, but just be prepared to, you know those certain statements like what is, you know, I would like, or please, or thank you, and check is a big one. So yeah, there's just a lot of things, but I was surprised at like kind of this weird attitude. So interesting. So just a little pro tip, just be prepared for that because I wasn't. Spain today. This is such a cute coastal town. This has been probably the prettiest port we've been in terms of you turn up and you literally can just step right off the ship into the town. And we found this beautiful place called Bar Cometeria. Am I saying it right? Bar Cometeria. And we got an 18 bottle of sparkling rosé. Cheers. Absolute perfect version of a very short port jaunt. We are only here for like a few hours, so we have to be back on the boat. So this was perfect. bar, Commissariat, absolutely gorgeous. See, we are right on the water. Absolutely beautiful, lovely rosé, amazing, amazing assorted meat dish and bread, of course, and perfect. Jaunt into the gorgeous little town of Vigo, Spain. We only had a few hours here, so I just had enough time to go out, have my gorgeous tapas and some beautiful sparkling rosé. That was amazing. Good news is about this port, it's absolutely beautiful, it's right on the water, and it's very, very accessible. That was fantastic. So this is the highlight, but this is happening again. Taking full advantage of it. So thank you guys for joining me, and I'll see you soon.